depths of question mark block ruin. So, long story short, no. It's not fixed. Nintendo basically said that they increased the percentages for getting a 3-lap course in the new update, which in the footage behind me you just saw, one of the only times that we actually did get one in our choices. We were testing for about an hour or so last night. I believe we did about 12 races. Yes, it was 12 races. And out of those 12 races, we got 2 3-lap tracks, which was pretty unfortunate. That makes out for about 16% or 16.6% chance of getting a 3-lap track. This is obviously, we got a bit unlucky. And I will say I did stream today and I played the game for about an hour and I got 4 or 5 3-lap tracks, which was significantly higher. I believe it was closer to 45% that we ended up actually getting. But regardless, it was fairly disappointing to have it be so low. This is actually the second update where Nintendo has gone back and increased the percentages. So to see it still not be adequately high is kind of demotivating. It makes me really not have any hope that they're going to truly fix it. They also added things that should have just been in the game to begin with, like joining friends on the knockout tour. That should have just been a feature from the start, but apparently they decided it needed to be added later. They increased the cooldown that you get, or they increased the invincibility frames that you get from getting hit by an item, which is great because this game is insane. I would consider it to be very frustrating a lot of the time when you play it because there's just too many people. Too many items flying around. Items flying around is great, except for when it is impossible to actually play the game. And the only thing that you get is just completely unplayable, getting hit by shells over and over again. It doesn't feel skill-based anymore. Really, what needs to happen is there needs to be a option to have only 12 players in a lobby. And there needs to be an option to have 3-lap tracks only. I don't know if Nintendo is just like thinks that they know best or whatever, but in reality, it would not be that hard to integrate a 3-lap mode, and I'm not sure why they haven't just done it because this game has gotten so much hate for it, and Switch's sales are going down, and Doug Bowser reportedly is leaving the company later this year. Whether that's because the company's going downhill right now and he doesn't want to be blamed for it, despite him saying some very interesting things about people buying a Switch 1 instead of a Switch 2. If you know, you know. Or if he's just leaving because he wants to retire. He hasn't really been CEO of Nintendo of America that long, so I find it kind of interesting that he's leaving now. I also think it's possible that he could have gotten fired, same way that they announced that Charles Martinet was retiring before he actually knew he was retiring. But yeah, it's some interesting news. I'm not exactly sure why all this is happening the way it is. It's pretty annoying, and I do not appreciate them basically lying about the percentages. Any video that you see that says that they fixed it or whatever is just not true. That's initially what they said during the first update as well, and I also said that. And I apologize if I convinced any people that this update, the first one, actually did fix anything, because it did not. And this one did not either. It made it slightly more bearable, made me actually want to maybe play the game every once in a while online. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too happy about this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Check out my Patreon. I do commissions, join the Discord, all that. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!